So welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is a live stream recorded for Ustream.tv and also YouTube for people to watch at their leisure. I'm working on my ugee little hk1560, and I'm actually in artrage now. This is as a free demo for artrage, so you can have a place if you like it. And I love all the other ones. There's Critter, there's Essentials, Coral Essentials 5. I actually purchased artrage, and because for colouring in, it's a lot simpler. We have an enlarge and a reduce. We have a turner for easy for your hands, so you don't have the lines. We've got our colour wheel here, and then so you select your colour and you get all the shades from darks, tones to pale shadows. And we've got lots of tools. Now I like working with blendable markers, but there's watercolours, there's oils, there's all kinds of things. But I do like blendable markers for colouring in because it's something I can't do in reality. So I really like that. So my laptop's frozen again. So I'm going to paint the mushrooms actually. I think might not work too big this time. And then what you do with artrage, like some of the others, you've got to touch them and do all some. So you just push down and move. No, you don't with this one. Do you just right click then? Yes, one of the clicks on your pen. You've got two buttons on this pen, this ugee pen. So I want a nice bright red. I'm probably going to make maybe, I normally work in 0 or 1%. So quite a fine, it's quite fine. But artrage, you can go back forever. So if you work in something and then you go and then you save it, you can't obviously undo. But then if you go back into it and then work on it, you can take it right back to your last save. And I really like that because sometimes I change my mind. So we could do kind of gloopy tubes of paint. This is if you look at the tubes, you can have, I've forgotten, when you buy it you get lots of, I've actually pressed the wrong button, that's what I wanted. So there's lots of ways you can work. So we've got tubes of paint here, and then we can take a palette knife and we can, if you push down, you can smush that paint. And you can add glitter if you wanted to add glitter, or you can fill it with, never done this before, you could fill the mushrooms with confetti. You can fill the mushrooms with, so you don't have to do any of these traditional oils. You can fill them. What else have we got? We've got a broken hole punches or coloured shifting circles. So you can do some kind of really magical things if you really wanted to. Almost kind of I can't think of the word I want. I know the word I want, but I just can't think of the word. You could do it. I would probably do her dress first and then kind of do bubbles. I'll do these buttons. So we can have sweetie mushrooms if we wanted. Mixed media, that's what I was trying to think of. What else have we got? that's in the glitter. In the footprints we have black pearls, so we can, and these are quite big, so if we kind of move that down, oops, took it kind of down a bit. Oh, that looks quite nice. So we can kind of build up texture, and you can print these off, so you can do all sorts of things here and change. I think you can change colours. No, black pearl is just black pearl, obviously. We can have some ladybugs running up and down. Can have a lot of ladybugs all running around. And then we can have some quite large ladybugs. So if you do a dot, you get a ladybug. So again, yeah, that would be so fun to do ladybugs everywhere. And I think they're quite large, so we can have a large ladybug. Or put some ladybugs on the mushrooms. So you can do some really magical things with them. I like the rainbow spheres. I think these are kind of pretty. So if you're very quick, you get kind of lines. We could go over our butterfly. It could go. We could have. If you push down, you could really have a lot of fun colouring in. Excuse me. Or the spheres are whatever colour you're on at the moment. And you can print them off as well. So so if I wanted a green, no, I wouldn't want a green one. I'd want a so on the upward stroke you have a light, and on the downward you have a shadow. Excuse me. As you push down, they get bigger. So you could do lots of extremely interesting things. Slightly different colour. And it would print this off. If that's what you painted, that's what it would print off. No, excuse me. So it's a lot of fun. Oh, do excuse me. It's getting quite drastic now. So let's have a look at what else we've got for one of the other mushrooms. Oops, really huge. Oops. If you press really hard, you get really large mushrooms. Thank you, darling. It's alright, it's gone cold, darling. Excuse me. Yes, please, darling. Thank you. I was hoping I got away with it yesterday, but it's sneaking up on me. So if you put the buttons round, and if you press down, you get that. If you get light click, you get a thin. Oops, really thin. And then if you went to black, white, you could then have some big buttons and some little buttons. Oops. This is a lot of fun here. And then, of course, that would be kind of a... And it should print this. It should print whatever you do. This is a very light touch to get a small button. Small and get bigger, big and smaller. Such fun. Such fun. So I love artrage. It's very easy, and when you're colouring, sometimes you really don't want all the fuss and bother. You just want it a simple thing to use. And artrage gives you lots and lots of things to play with, but also gives you, again, if you're really, really soft, that's one way, that's another. So you've got highlights and lowlights, and you can change them. So with a bit of practice, you can do some really fascinating things. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Really quite fascinating things. The colour's slightly out. This is a nice ruby red. And it's easy to use as well. So all you need is your imagination. You don't have to play with oils. And of course, you don't have to stay within the lines. By the time you finish, you probably won't see any any lines from this fairy colour book. And a little tiny, I mean, so tiny. Absolutely love this. Oh, I've made a mistake. Look, I should have carried on, and then I'm going to do the green leaves across. So I'm going to just see if I can just kind of carry on with those. Whoops, I can't really, but I can start again if I want. Go big, go small, small, big, biggish, small. So you can go over if you make a boo-boo, or you can press back. So actually I've redeemed that. So if we pull that out slightly, that's looking kind of really, really strange, but quite fun. Now I can press back and take that off, or I can leave that on, or I can go over the top. In fact, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go over the top, because I can put those green flowers in later, and I'm going to do the green leaf on that one. So this one I shall do slightly different green, and we'll go back to the beads. So there's lots of things we can do. There was black pearls, there's push pins, so it looks almost like a collage. So you can create some quite magical things. Sorry about this. If you push down, you get bigger ones, so you can go from tiny to big, tiny to big, and overlap them. Or you can have some little tiny ones. I mean, you can just do lots of things that you can't do normally. So I just move that up here slightly, because I'm going to take this one here. I think that was this one, but I'm not sure what green I had. Yeah, I had green. Oh, this is different colours. Just 2 seconds, see if I've got that one. Oops, so we want so you can do lots of things. And I should have actually put the green in first, really, at the bottom, which is the grass, I think. I hadn't intended to play like this. Excuse me. We have some flowers. I'm not sure if those colours are flowers of greens, and then if you touch yellows you get yellows. Yeah, so again you've got flowers whichever colour you want, so that's quite good. I'm going to take those off though. Oops, too small. And just put that up there. And I don't like those bubbles. Oops. So I think I'm going to take the bubbles off. Again, I think I'm going to make them these buttons. Sphere strings, and then we'll move this up so we can get, oops, I don't want red. So you can go big and then go small, small and then big. So you can just have a lot of fun with this. And I like the push pins. They are a little bit big there, so I like the push pins. So I've made them, oops. Okay. So they're kind of small. So if you're doing a string of beads, they would be quite nice as a string of beads. And again, if you don't like them, you take them all off, that's fine. I want 300. Because that's, oops, that's what they were when we were using them. Go over the butterflies and then just do some little tiny bits. Oh my gosh, they are tiny, those. We've got some ladybirds on that one, so we can have the mushrooms all the same, or we can just have a play. We've got push pins, we've got paw prints, we've got ladybirds. Just trying to think what else we've got. What's in the glitter? We have bubbles, so we've got bubbles, hole punches. The bubbles look interesting. Can we get different coloured bubbles? Yeah, we can have whatever colour bubbles we want. So we're going to have bright red bubbles, and we're going to have some big bubbles. Oops, wrong red. So again, you just have a bit of a play. Want a really nice push down, you get lots. If you so you could kind of spray there. I think we can redeem the hands a bit later, and then you can think about a little bit of shading. So kind of on top would be slightly paler, a bit of a highlight going on, and then maybe a little bit darker under here, so you can build up some quite nice shadows. And then of course we want our little white you can make these bigger, and we can get, oh, they're all the same little dots, so we can make circles with white dots, or we can put a large bubble on there. No, it wasn't a bubble. It was a rainbow sphere. Was it a button? Oh, we could have a white coin. Looks like it's got something not very nice now. I'm going to take this off. So the only best thing to do to this is to have a play. Brushes, fun brushes. Haven't played with any of these yet. Oh, these are rings. Oh, that's cool. I haven't even been in this section. I've forgotten about this. So again, you've got to have a bit of a play. Oh, hi Claudia, welcome to Bunny's Designs. Just having a bit of a play. Then I'm going to take this off and kind of it's nice and nice fur. So I'm going to do the bunnies in the fur. Oh, we've got ants, brush, clouds. We've got some clouds. We've got crows. Oh, interesting. Flies, grass, leaves. Oh, we've got some leaves. We've got some grass. We've got lots of different leaves. Oh, that would be interesting. Just let me go back to the black pearl. I don't know why I wanted. I would have liked to white, but we have our little white mushrooms. So moving down here, this is going to be fun. We've got fur, hair and fur, so we need soft, oops, brown. browny grey. And it goes a bit darker down here. Bear fur, I don't think we want bear fur, do we? Fine fur. That looks nicer. And we can change the colour from dark to light, so put some dark there. And we have little furry mice. So that's quite fun. And we may as well have our little mouse the same. So you don't have to do, you can make it quite magical and complete your own. So we have a lot of leaves. Oh, where are the art clippings? I forgot where the nature. So we want some stamp. There's some grass. So we make the grass quite tall. Oops, we'll have to have it grass coloured, won't we? Oh, that's not very nice. And again, the lovely thing about artrage is you can take it off. It does, it looks really cool, doesn't it? I like the buttons though, but this is as I'm just playing, and we've got jellyfish, we've got some really nice, there's pebbles, shrubs, some nice kind of bigger leaves here. Oops, have dark green leaves. Make them bigger. I haven't played with this, so again, it's just such fun. Let's have a look. Simple leaves. Oops, and again, I've gone back too many, so I can just press forward, and it will put that back. So that's quite good as well. So if you make a mistake, it's quite good. So it's good fun, and it's easy on your hands as well. We wanted tree shrubs. So I haven't really played with this. I don't really know what's going on, but that looked quite interesting. And that's good if you're doing trees, bigger tree shrubbery things. Oops, and again, you can always go back and forth. So I love artrage because there's nothing to say that you can't go. You see, you've got leaves. So if you had a tree here, you could just, and I like the fact that things disappear. So if I press the middle, it'll disappear. So you can kind of do this if you want. Build up a bit of interest. If you go up, I think they go up, and if you come down, yeah, if you go up, they go up, and if you come down, they point down. So again, that's kind of really good fun as well. I did see some grass, I don't know what size it is. Do some pale. So it's always down, is it? Yeah, the grass is always down, so I don't really like that. Love the fact we can have some birds in the sky. How amazing is that? There you go. The mice are looking extremely worried because those birds are in the sky. There's some different grass here. Oops, didn't press the grass today. Got 2 birdies in the ground. So we can have them standing on grass. That's kind of really wispy grass, that. And there's some wheat as well. So wheat's quite good. You can build that up. I wanted to do, there's another one which is in art clippings. I haven't even looked at fun brushes yet. Somewhere there are some leaves that I've used before. These are all air brushes, different fancy brushes, so these are quite fun. I did have a leaf, but I've lost the leaf now. Oh, we could have a few black crows as well. There we go, got some big crows flying about. Quite fun. Would like a deep green. There's all sorts of things you can kind of do. And it's nice to change the colours as well and get some variation in there. It's a kind of moss. So you can have a real good play. Some distant trees. Oh, they're upside down. It's not right. And these are the palette knives. So we've got palette knives. Look at the glitter again. I think they're on glitter, weren't they? So on glitter, I had some nice, some leaves on glitter. And again, the bubbles are quite fun. So we can kind of change the colours slightly. Oops. Let's get rid of that a second. Oopsie. So it almost looks like a collage. So there's all sorts of things you can do to kind of and I think if we come down here a second. Oops. Oh, it was because it was the wrong way around, wasn't it? Oopsie. I think we'll find we had some leaves going over the top. So we haven't even started with the fairy wings. As I want to do this particular one here. I think they were kind of a brown colour, so again we've got, oops, I've got bubbles this time. Didn't want bubbles. Oops. So just depending on how your light touch was, depending on what you get. Oops. So you can do lots and lots of fun things, and then we need to go back to the red to make sure that this is all red. And then if you really didn't like it, you can get a huge roller and you can just blend all that paint out, blend everything together, blend it all away if you didn't like it. Oh, I must have pressed a button there. And then you can just start again. Or if you think, oh, I've gone too far, I really like that, you can just keep tapping back until you get to where you want to be with the red dots. So you can play for hours and hours. And then we're going to just do the little girls' fairy wings. And we can put gold stars on them. And airbrush. And we could make them metallic, so we can make gold spray metallic. And if you had a background, the wings would glow through. And I think we found some hair. So we've got hair. Oops, wrong colour. But it doesn't want to be metallic. Or we've got hair. I've obviously got a very large brush there, but you could play with that and just put all sorts. I don't know what this one is. Curly hair. Ooh, she's got really curly hair. Whoa, that was a bit scary. Wispy hair, rough hair. So let's move her about and look at this young lady's hair. Whoa, that's a little bit. It's a little bit. Her hair's looking a little bit green. I don't think it's that green. Soft wavy hair. So you start at the bottom. That's quite nice. We have Yeti hair. I'm not sure about Yeti hair. Rough hair. Curly hair. So we'll go see what young lady over here is looking like. And I'm not sure about her. Oh, there's her curly hair. Yeah, she's definitely got curly hair. She's got my daughter's hair. That's gorgeous, that hair. You'd obviously do that last, I think. I think you'd do that last because I'd want to go into art brushes and kind of have a really soft dress with highlights. And make the brush smaller. There's kind of hundreds of things you can do. Put some creases in there. Make that a bit darker underneath. This is a very strange brush and I've not played with it before, so again, there's a lot of brushes on here. There's cross hatching, so if you're doing sketching, and there's simple cross hatching. So I was just thinking, if I beat, oops, again, you can go back and do as many times as you like. I really like that. So there's a lot of kind of unusual brush marks there, thick impasto, thin lines, sparse bristles, wood burning. So there's a lot of things in there, and then you've got all your other brushes as well, and your markers and your oil brushes. So you can go into a kind of a flesh coloured. This is an oil brush. And I should have done that first, so obviously her hair is now mixing in with that. It all depends on what you've got your brush settings to. And we haven't done her wings, so we could do her wings. And we could do those in a watercolour. And because I haven't put a layer on this, the wings are smudging. Oh, her hair goes down there, look. So I'll go back to the fun hair and see if I can get back that gold colour, golden yellow hair. I should put probably the darker one underneath. She's got quite long hair, this young lady. So that was a very, very whimsical I think she can have she could be a, oh, she's got hair. We need some fancy wings. No, don't like that. So if you do that, it's like a wet water brush, but it's quite whimsical. And then we can have an oil brush. But you've got certain settings for your oil brushes. So it means you, every time you touch, you're going to get more colour. We could have probably made her dress out of petals. That would look quite good. So that was just a little magical play. So you can do lots and lots and lots of things with this. I actually prefer using it with oils, but there is a fun section there as well. So, and then we can just put some of these birds that we've found. Just a few crows and a few gulls. I'm not sure if they go bigger. Less is more, and I've put a lot. There's jellyfish. There's lots of things to put on here. Oh, they're really tiny, those. Oh, my goodness me, they are so tiny. That says it won't go any higher. So we can kind of get some greenery going behind if we want. So that's a little bit of a play. Now in the theory, because everything's been touched once, I can then go to my little bucket and press a sky blue. Basic. Oh, protect gap. Whoa, that's good. Oh, look. I think maybe we want a bit of a darker colour. Maybe. Oh, and then we had some clouds somewhere, didn't we? We had some. I think I found some clouds. Yes, a cloud brush. Again, I should have to use that, but a few clouds. Oh, I think you tap. That's what you do, you tap. So they're in the distance. Yep, that's better. I think you just tap. So we have our girls sitting. I just put this up. Just gently, you might see the colours slightly better. So I quite enjoyed that. So if I save that, no, I don't want to save that. So I like working with this. So we've got the wheel to turn round like this. We've got reduce and enlarge. And then we've got all our tools here and we've got all our colours there. So I really, really like this. Really fun is Artrage. So if I press Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's quit application. Didn't mean to do that. Open new. No, I don't want to do that either. I can't open Wild. It won't let me open Wild. So if I import an image, these are the ones I've scanned in, and then I've bought artrage. I bought Wild and what was the other one that I bought? I bought Wild and I bought Dragons. So this one is scanned, and for some reason they're upside down. Oh, this is the right way around. So this is oh, I thought it got the doors. Wait a minute, where are the doors? No, I haven't done. Oh yes, I have. It's up here somewhere. Don't know where it is. Got this one. It is great fun. Yeah. So this one is oh, it's not opening. I'll do this one. This is the, oops, it's rather large, is that? I'll do the butterfly. I do always try to work in blendable felt pens because it's just something that I really would like to do. So we can enlarge that. Now I don't have a layer, I don't think, on there. So we press layers, and I'm just going to add a layer and then work on that layer. So I'm not smudging anything. I don't normally do a lot of layers. You can do lots of layers, and you can kind of blow over the top and work as rough as you want. And then when you put your layers together, everything's perfect. But I like to work as I would traditionally. So this is in my little book, which I haven't managed to play in yet. So this particular, oh, I don't know which particular butterfly it is now. Oh, it could be this one. Yes, I think it's this one. Let me just reduce it and see. Yep, this is the page. I hope that's showing up. So this is the page. So we've got yellows and blues, and we've got like an ivory cream. It's number 73. So we've got some nice colours there. So if I move this over there, I might be able to just pop that carefully there and see if that's come up at all. But I want to kind of really work. Oops, sorry, I keep forgetting to push that button down. There's a caterpillar here, and he's kind of a. Oops, I know what I haven't done. Put that flat. That should be better. So we've got kind of a greener caterpillar going on there. I just want to know if that's going to show up or not. It might not show up because it's being a bit pedantic with colour. I'll leave it to one side. I know that the colour's there. So so it's kind of a fawn colour. So I can put the background in last, and I kind of like that idea. So these leaves aren't coloured in. So the butterfly, I work at 300, and I work with a 1% blendable pen. I'll just push this back over here. So I'm in the blending markers. So I'm in the blending markers, and then I like to set it like that. Now it goes to 29, so I take it down to 1. It takes a long time because I work kind of I can't have that there because of the I can't have that there because of the colours. My colours are here. So that's the only thing I don't like. You can't move your colours around, or I don't think you can. But let me just have a look, see if we do a left-handed one. Can we have... Sometimes they do left or right-handed. I'm going to have my tool picker out because I like my tool picker. Oh no, not tool picker. The one that my samples. I like my samples because I use them a lot, and I save lots as well. Because I forget what it's like forgetting which pencils you've used, so you can name them as well. So it's quite good that. I was just going to have a quick look, see if they could do left or right-handed, but they can't. So never mind. So this butterfly has got, it's dark. It's got like a fawn. It is like a purple though, it's like a purple. It's like a purple grey, probably a bit greyer than that, along here. So I kind of put things in. And this is my favourite. Now I can go across here because this black is now not going to move. If I hadn't created a layer, when I got near the black line, this grey would smudge. But I can take that up to the line if I want. And I can change the colour, but I don't think it changes colour till it gets up to there. Now I can do these any colour that I want, so I think I might do these grey purples. I kind of like this idea of grey purples. So that's quite dark, and I'm going to kind of blend that into this lighter one. So you can get some really gorgeous blendable marker effects. And of course I can't use markers, and I'm just literally sliding this across. So for colouring in, I do prefer, if I'm colouring in blendable markers, I love how easy the colours are to pick on here. And again, I didn't save that one, so I think it was probably a little bit darker than that, but you can get these wonderful blends. And then there seems to be a bit of a yellow going on, but it isn't really a bright yellow. It's and that one's in here. It's kind of a little bit insipid. I'm just wondering why that's going dark. Oh, it isn't, that's okay. And if you make a complete boo-boo, you can change. I think probably a little bit yellower than that. One of the nicest things is I can actually work right-handed with this. This is the best thing. I think I'm on the wrong layer. Just let me have a look at my layers. Yeah, I'm on the wrong layer because it shouldn't smudge. You see how better? That's better. You see, I'm on the wrong layer, so always check your layers. I'm going to take it all off, I think. Start again. See, that yellow is far too bright, really. But if I go over the line, I can press back. And you can press back 1,000 times, I think. Well, I don't, slight exaggeration, but it doesn't matter how many lines you do. To make it easier for me, I can push that button with this finger, and I can turn this round so it's at a comfortable position. So I like to lean my arm here. So I like to work in this area. And I found that I can work with my right hand even though I'm left-handed. And I just do, and I'm literally stroking this on like a very hard surface. So like a piece of paper. Again, I'm not really happy. I don't think I'm happy with that yellow. Perhaps I am. Don't know if that's a swallowtail. Does it tell me what it is? If it tells me what it is, I might change that actually, because it's number 73. Okay then. I can't pronounce that. Not even going to try, so I'm going to just Google it. And this is what I do if I want to get something, you know, if I want to take time with it and make a good painting of it. Now these are the Latin names, so I can be forgiven for being rather stupid. Hopefully. So they are a lot brighter. They are a lot brighter. Oh, that's the bottom one. Look, I much prefer that one to the one we've got, and I prefer that one as well. So I actually think I'm going to use real colours rather than the nature ones. So I'm going to take that off there. I think these are quite spectacular colours, these. So I'm just going to put my butterfly the right way around, and to do that, if you press that top triangle there, oh hi Claudia. I'm not sure. Claudia said I'm thinking about, she's got Artrage on her tablet. My daughter's got the free version on her iPads. Both of them have. So I'll ask them. Maybe you could take a photograph, and then you could do that. Because on the file here, it would be slightly different. You can import an image or open something, but you need to import it first. But of course, this is connected to my laptop, so whatever my laptop has on it, that's what I've got. So I think I like this. I don't know, there's a kind of a yellowy one. I like this one. Whoopsie. So I think I'm going to go for this one. And I like the leaves as well, because the leaves are kind of eaten and a bit broken, because he's got kind of a bit of a hairy back going on. He's a bit of a hairy beast, and a lot of butterflies are actually. Oops. Oh, that's completed that now. I can't see chat for a minute. So I'm going to stop this video and then I'll start another one. That's probably the easiest thing for me to do. So thank you for watching.